Let me see here. Hey, can y'all hear me? Let me see here. I'm sure I didn't do mine. Okay. Hey, everybody. Okay, let me get this straightened out. Greetings. Hello. Let me see what I started out with. Let me go on and start because I only got 30 minutes. And when you're reading, it's time goes real quick. And I haven't been pressured in reading my stories. So I'm going to get started now. As the books I read from is called Torch. Hey, how you doing? How everybody doing? It's called Torch. I'm reading the story from this. First, I'm gonna start off. I always have to brag, and I have to show my wife. I don't know if I can see that light shining on it. Um, that's how she looked after she lost her hair, and as she always say, um, when her teeth look bigger than her whole body, but that's part of it. That's how it goes. Um, Before I start reading, let me, because I forgot last time. Hey, Nadia, how you doing? Glad to see you. Um, January 28th, which we're starting to do this every 2 weeks. January 28th, 12 Eastern Standard Time, 1 Central Standard Time. We'll have ovarian, breast cancer, and any other cancer support group. Um, on the 28th, it'll be on my channel. So we're going to try and do this. Hopefully, last pretty good long time. So we'll do a cancer support group. You don't have to have cancer. You may have taken care of somebody that had cancer. You may know somebody that have cancer, or you don't have to know anybody that have cancer to join and be in that support group. So join us on the 28th on my channel here, and be with it. Check us out. It could be a blessing to you. And let me see here. Find my book, because I always try to give the I'll just briefly give the some of the ovarian cancer symptoms. Some of them are bloating, let's see, do I have any wait a minute, I don't think I have any moderators. Nadia's here. Yeah, Nadia's here. Okay, yeah, Nadia's here. One of them is bloating, swollen tummy pain, backache, irregular cycle, fatigue, feeling fullness when eating, rectitis, painful intercourse, constipation, diarrhea, indigestion, increased urination, lung issues, shortness of breath, chest pains because of the fluid around your lungs, and pelvic pain. Okay, Love Blake is here. And then three of the tests that are given. One of them is for ovarian cancer, and the other two is for breast cancer. The one for ovarian cancer is CA125. Thank you, Yvette. CA125 is for ovarian cancer, and the other one is the other two for breast cancer is called BRCA1 is for breast cancer, and then BRCA2 is for the genes for people to for women to get the test to see if they have the genes to see if they have breast cancer. And a lot of times, if you have ovarian cancer, you just may end up having breast cancer, vice versa. If you have breast cancer, you could possibly end up having breast cancer. And I think I said that right. Okay. Let me try to do this fast. 30 minutes is not a lot of time because most of these women, their stories is just that. It's their stories. And their stories are quite long because that's the way it goes. Okay, the name of this is titled People Matter Most. Okay, it's as it turns out, my maternal grandmother was actually diagnosed with ovarian cancer at the age of 80. She died at 83. She'd been allergic to the chemotherapy. The family had never said ovarian cancer. Instead, I was told colon cancer or stomach cancer was the cause of her death. That might have been helpful to know when I was diagnosed in 2005. But let me go back 10 years. I was working in the mortgage underwriting industry in 1993. There was a coworker there named Dee. Through a series of circumstances, we were drawn to one another. The love of laughter, our work ethic, our ability to have deep and meaningful conversation sealed our commitment to each other. By 1995, we had begun our committed relationship that had endured to this date. We actually had 10 years of life is good, almost 10 years. In 2004, Didi's mother was diagnosed with melanoma. That fall, she had 2 surgeries. In early March 2005, Didi went out to stay with her mother. Her stay lasted for 45 days. During that time, she took care of her mother as she fought cancer. When she came home, we discussed our annual trip to the beach. I felt like I needed to stay, but encouraged her to go. It was during that time that I decided to take my mother to a Texas Rangers ball game. We both were fans. Tickets to the game would make a great Mother's Day present. I ordered the tickets over the internet for Saturday, May the 7th, 2005. There was a mistake in the salesman's call. He informed me he had sent the tickets, but they were enrolled behind what I ordered. He apologized, and I was fine with it. We were so excited to be going to the game. Texas was playing Cleveland. We were in the section 18, row 7, seat 9 and 10. There were 48,000 people at the game. We were winning by several runs. We thought we might leave to go to the Maverick playoff game. We were getting ready to go when Alfonso Sereno got up to bat. Let's see if he hits another homer, I said. He'd already hit 2. He swung and hit a line drive foul ball. It was going about 150 miles per hour when I realized it was heading straight for me. I couldn't move. It happened so fast. The next thing I knew, I was gasping for air, holding my stomach in serious pain. Little did I realize this would be the first miracle I would experience. The Rangers' first aid cart drove up. I was encouraged to go to an emergency room, but being concerned about my mother, I decided we'll just go home. The next day was Mother's Day, and we were at my sister's house. She's a nurse and insisted on seeing my stomach. I lifted my shirt. You look like you're 9.5 months pregnant, she said. We headed to the closest hospital in Fort Worth. The doctor ordered a CAT scan to see if the hit caused my spleen to burst or if there was kidney damage. 2 scans were done. The doctor came in saying, well, the good news is your spleen is fine and the kidneys aren't damaged, but you do have cancer. I couldn't believe it. Cancer? He had made an appointment with the oncologist. My sister said, you can't say cancer when you've not done a biopsy. He said, I know cancer when I see it. The next morning, we went to the oncologist's office. He confirmed what the emergency room doctor had said. Dr. John Score at UT Southwestern Medical Center came highly recommended. He said, it is stage 3C ovarian cancer. You will need extensive surgery and chemotherapy. The surgery was done May 24, 2005. He found a large amount of cancer. A complete hysterectomy was done, removing 15 tumors. One alone weighed 10 pounds. My spleen was removed, as well as my appendix, a portion of my small intestines, and a large amount of fluid. I woke up 25 pounds lighter. On the 3rd day following surgery, I had difficulty breathing. It became life-threatening, and I was moved to the intensive care unit. I was there for 6 days. A decision had to be made to put me on a ventilator or not. I went on it and stayed 3 days. My second miracle was being able to breathe on my own. It happened on my mother's birthday. I then had 8 rounds of chemotherapy, 3 weeks apart. A clear scan enabled me to become part of a phase 3 study. I received chemotherapy once a month with blood work weekly for 12 months. It was a maintenance plan to keep the cancer at bay. Recently, I had a bout of what we thought was pancreatitis. I was hospitalized and treated with antibiotics and pain medication. Dee and I had been planning a trip to New York to the dog show. I wanted so badly to be able to go. Another miracle. We went. Not only went, but because of bad weather, we weren't able to fly back for 5 extra days. We had a ball. We arrived home, and I began to have some symptoms that required hospitalization. My doctor said, Jenny, there's a tumor in your pancreas. It has its own blood supply. I recommend Avastin and Toxil. Avastin will kill its blood supply. Another miracle. A woman in my support group had been talking about Avastin. Her doctor was using it with her off-label. She was getting good results. I had decided to mention it. I didn't need to. My doctor suggested it. Now our prayer is that it works. I feel it was divine intervention that directed that ball into my abdomen. That enabled the ovarian cancer to be found and treated. So much of what was happening has felt as though I had been led, guided, and directed. I have to thank God's been behind me all the way and in front of me too. Ovarian cancer is called the silent killer. You don't know you have it usually until it's advanced. There is no early detection test. We must be advocates. We must insist on more research. Part of my purpose now is to help educate women about this disease. I want to spread the word. There needs to be a solution. I am 44. I have much I want to do. I have people I love dearly, nieces, nephews, and other family members. I am not ready to say goodbye to. I am deeply grateful for this time to speak openly and boldly, and often to those I love. I want my family to know how important they have been to me. I want them to know what's important. People matter. Relationships matter. My support group is hoping that through telling our stories, women who have received this diagnosis will be encouraged. We've been excited to watch this project come together. From the challenge to write this beautiful painting, for the book to the song that was written. And this is the painting that they painted. That's the painting that she was talking about. To the book, to the song that was written. This has been uplifting. This past Monday at our group meeting, the man who has written our song, it's called It Was You, came and sang it for us. As he sang the words, I was struck with the blessing of my partner, Dee Dee. The song spoke of a constant presence. That's Dee Dee. She has not wavered. She has not weakened. I'm very thankful to her and for her. And this is a story by Jenny Sorrell. Anybody have any questions? Oh, that was kind of quick, wasn't it? Let's see, how many minutes do I have left? No, it's poopy. Oh, y'all must be talking about something else. Yeah. Let's see. It's 5:19. So mine is up at 5:30. I don't think I have time for another story. I have time. Let me see. Okay, let me find a short one here. Okay, I think I might have time for this short one. Okay, this one is called In God's Grace. I am a stage 3. Did I just read this? No, I don't think I did. No, okay. I am a stage 3C ovarian cancer patient. The offset of this incident was so fast and serious that I still find it difficult to believe and accept. This year has been a tremendous, eventful year of my life. When my eldest sister was diagnosed with stage 3 colon rectal cancer back in July 2006, I was so sad in hearing the news. I took my two kids to visit her on December 24, 2006, in hope of helping her out and cheering her up. However, I got sick and had a minor surgery in Vancouver while I was visiting her. And my ovarian cancer started popping up from December 27, 2006 onwards. My tummy began bloating up on and off until I looked like I was 4 months pregnant. My kids and I returned to Dallas on January 3rd, 2007. My other sister from Hong Kong was on a business trip and made a 2-day stopover to visit us from January 4th to January 6th. Let's see some. Okay. She insisted that I must see a doctor on Monday. I know it's only been 14 days since this event began. Definitely, it was strange. I did see my family doctor on January 7th, 2007, and was immediately referred to a gastro doctor. The specialist immediately asked me to be admitted to the hospital for further testing. I stayed at the hospital for 3 days. The bad news came on the second day, especially when I started asking all the most difficult questions in my life. My OB-GYN told me on January 10th that she wanted me to have the surgery on January 15th by the oncology surgeon. They needed to do a hysterectomy. Both of my ovaries were double the normal size of a 3 to 4 centimeter ovary, and there were images of tumors along the lining of my stomach. In short, there were too many unknowns without opening me up to confirm what the rest of those obvious tumors were. Also, my blood test had such a high index for cancer cells, indicating that it was an advanced type of cancer. My index for the blood test of CA125 was 1400. The normal range should be 0 to 35. The question I asked my OB-GYN on the second day was, what is the prognosis for this stage 3C ovarian cancer patient? She wanted to defer the answer, but she was prepared enough to bring in a hospital nurse with her when she broke the news to me. She said that most ovarian cancer patients with a successful surgery may live for 4 to 5 more years. Hopefully, with the fact that I am younger than the statistical age group, perhaps I may, you have 7 minutes, okay. Perhaps I may have a better survival rate. I remember I was shaking my body on my chair and I was sobbing so hard that I couldn't quite breathe, or my sobbing was causing me to choke for a few minutes. The nurse was so scared that she asked me if I would call my family before going further. But I moved on with my immense, unbelievable mental pain inside me and asked if I could still be a normal mom to my kids after the hysterectomy. By that time, I was so devastated that I deeply felt sorry for my 2 girls, Chantel and Gabrielle. How can they live without their mom? How can I only have 4 to 5 more years left to love them and see them? I want more. I really want to see them growing up. They are only 5 and 6 years old. Breaking the news to my family and friends was the way to release my intense emotional sorrow at that time. At the same time, I was trying to digest what God's plan was for me in all of this. A good friend and care provider for my younger girl encouraged me with this statement. This is just a pretty makeup in disguise. I was encouraged because it is exactly what I wanted to understand, that everything works together for the glory of God. I did get something good out of such a bad circumstance. It is yet for me to discover and be reviewed by God in His time. I'm going to stop right there because my time is up. I will finish the rest of this another time. Okay, let's see. I think the next person is Brooke. Let's see. I don't think I have. Do I have? Let me see. Brooks. Let's see. See if anybody have Brooks. Who is it? Nadia. Nadia, can you get Brooke Valentine's link? I did. I think I had it at the beginning, but I don't think I can go back that far. Let me see. Let me see if I can get it. That's it. Is Brooke in here? I think that's Brooke link. So Brooke is next. She should be. Let me see if I can. I lost my chat. Wait a minute. Let me see. See, can I get it back so I can see what y'all saying? See, Brooke. Oh, okay. Okay, there's Brooke. You ready, Brooke? Oh, you look okay. Okay. Well, Nadia got it there. Oh, okay. NYW got it there too. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all and the stories. And let me see if I can get y'all out of here. So, y'all get on over there and check Brooke out.